of Edith Finch. So today, I'm just gonna be playing this game, trying to do some commentary. I haven't played it that much, but
and I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning, with the house.
The house. Okay, so I guess I'm playing now. Ooh, look at the house over there. Oh, I guess she did.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Okay. Why wasn't I allowed? Huh? Why wasn't I allowed?
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Don't worry, girl. Don't worry. Trust me, you'll never pay those.
My mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Where's that thing told?
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
To be honest.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Am I supposed to go this way? Oh, there's a bridge. So.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
They are silent. It's creepily silent. There's the house.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Dang, the music just got sad, guys.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Afraid of the house.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Close up. Where do I go, guys? Over here? Garage door might be locked. Oh, that's what it was. Get me scared, guys.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Wasn't it though?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Ugh.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just Too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of. The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
I'll go check that later. I want to check this room.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with. If she hadn't died in 1947. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Huh?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
What was she afraid of?
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Hold up, guys. I was checking something.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
No.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh man. Not the candy. No!
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Good. Ah, thank God. I don't want to do it. Time to go explore.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
So late. Okay.
I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night.
There's someone in that locker. Oh God. Hopefully.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Come here, birdie.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
There you are. Gobble gobble. I see you through the glitch
I
in
almost
me.
got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Это прикольно.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
God, yeah. I'm sorry.
Imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him
I'm
up,
sorry.
and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
I see you. I'm sorry.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What the hell? Okay. Apparently now I'm a shark. This crow must be doing some crazy
I rolled off the
jump.
cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
What? Go up, little kid. Yes, that seal that way. See that little fat seal? Man, this is still hard to control. Come here. Ah!
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Die, seal! I'm hungry!
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Okay.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Jesus Christ, that scared the hell out of me.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
You put him in a tailboat. Real belly with the rusty sailor. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm coming for you next, Captain. What do you do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
What about now?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
No, I'd rather go back. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ew.
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Wow.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Kidding?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Yes, it's all depends. Looks sad here.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It's very pink.
It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah. Huh. Wow, this case opens a lot.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
You're gonna need a car.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
I will fly!
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's
Jump!
ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
No!
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
The tree branch is gonna break. I already
That's
know
what I
it
want to
is.
remember about my brother.
No!
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
He died. He died. No, that's sad.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Oh, that's sad. He was just having fun and the
After the
wind
funeral,
picked up and...
Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh, that's sad. Extremely sad, bro. Man, that is sad though. Think about it. Just going out for a normal walk. Next thing you know, you just die. Or not for a walk, swing, and then you
The
just
passages
die.
were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
I'll open that for now. But first, let's check in here.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Dreadful story.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
tonight's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Okay, so now I'm getting...
Finch rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh God. And now I'm hating my life. God damn it, that scared the fuck out.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the Hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Okay, so this is getting really scary. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off here, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off here. Guys, I'll see y'all all tomorrow. Bye, freaking